Oh, hello there, my lovely leg addict. I have just filmed this entire video and then I realised I had filmed it in slow motion. So there's literally about 7 minutes of me going, whoa, and I was like, great, that's just really not helpful. So we're doing this again. Ninjago City Markets. It's coming. I said it was coming. I said I was going to make a video with my thoughts. Here it is. Obviously super in time and definitely not after every other person has talked about it. Alright, so Ninjago City Markets. I've obviously been hyped for a really long time. As you guys know, the rumours for the set came out sort of like end of last year, I want to say, and I think the rumours were straight away like it's the biggest Ninjago City set ever and it's going to be like $350, which straight away was like, oh my god, that's a lot of money, must start saving because, you know I'm going to want this set, let's be honest. It's 2 full base plate of Ninjago awesomeness. I have some initial thoughts on it, obviously, when I saw the pictures. I do want to caveat it though, because I feel like these sets shine the brightest when you're building them. Below Rivendell, I think these sets are the ones that brought me the most joy building them. They are just like exploring little details. As you're building, there's this Easter egg upon hidden detail, upon interior detail. It's just a delight. What it looks like is one thing, what the building experience like is the other, and obviously I don't have it yet, so I can't comment on that yet. So as I said, it's 2 full base plates. I think it's really difficult to sort of like picture how big this set is when you just look at the images. I'm notorious for saying, oh my god, it's much bigger than I thought. Genuinely, I reckon this is one of those sets that are going to feel much bigger when you've got it than what it looks like in the images. The first few things that I noticed is the lime green tower. Unsure if I like it. It's a choice. What I can't help notice though is those 2 things at the top that to me just look like ears. So all I can think of when I see it is ears, and I don't know, now it's stuck in my head. I'm sorry if I ruined it for you, it just looks like ears to me. I don't mind the colour, I think it's going to be really nice, especially next to Ninjago City Gardens, which is what they've pictured it next to most of the time, because I think that green is in some of the trees, so it's going to really tie those 2 sets together in that sense. The design, I'm not sure, and also when you look at more detailed interior pictures of that tower, it doesn't look too interesting. I'm really hopeful that once I actually build it, it's not super empty or sort of like boring, but at the moment, it's probably my least favourite part of this build, basically. But, as I said, I think it serves the purpose of tying this together with Ninjago City Garden. Obviously, the second thing everybody notices, or well, I mean the first depending on who you are, the cable lift. Oh my god, it looks awesome. I'm so excited. The mechanism looks so elegant, the cart looks so elegant and like clean and just great. I actually really like the colour that they chose for it. Again, I think it ties it really nicely back to Ninjago City Gardens where they have that yellow as well, or like light orange. I don't know which colour this is, but you know what I mean. And then the thing that I noticed after that was the bridge. I seem to have some sort of weird obsession with bridges. Every single time I do a nice bridge, like the bridge in Rivendell, it's like, ooh, that's a nice bridge. I think it's probably because I tried to build a bridge for my medieval mock, and bridges are hard, so I like seeing how other people do it. Obviously, like the Spring Lantern Festival has a really good bridge, Rivendell does, and now this one as well. I can't wait to build it, if I'm honest. And then, as usual, the longer you look at these images, the more tiny details are going to appear, and you're like, oh, I really like how they have that shop sign with the like hot dog bun there. That's so elegant. Oh, I really like this sort of dragon thing on the side. Oh, I like all these stickers, they're very cool. Oh, interesting, there's like a lopsided billboard. Do I like this? I don't know. I think there's just a huge amount of cool stuff in this set. Also, when I saw the cable car, I was like, I kind of want to see if it's possible to make a cable car from like the bottom of my city to the very top of my city. Like, it's a very steep incline though, so I feel like that's possibly a tiny little bit too ambitious, but be very cool. Don't know if this is ever going to happen though, but the thought is in my head. The other thing that I wanted to point out though when I noticed it is the city and the city docks have sort of like orangey trans lanterns, and this one has the blue lanterns similar to Ninjago City Gardens, so they're definitely the ones that tie together. I don't know if you care, but I thought I'd just point it out. As usual, this set looks like it comes with a ton of stickers. Do I mind that? I don't think I mind that. I generally actually really like the stickers and the details that they give. I know I've kind of become slightly less of a fan of stickers recently, but these all look pretty square and I really like the detail that they add to these sets. Genuinely love it. What I'm kind of secretly tiny bit hoping for was, you know how many of those video tiles they did, which are all unique prints? It'd be really, really fun if they had a few of those in this set because they have a really similar aesthetic, so it'd be really fun to kind of see if there was like an Easter egg somewhere. I don't know if there is, but I'm just saying it'd be quite fun. Because one of my favourite stickers that I can see is obviously the poster. The posters are always my favourites, and actually I'm planning a few mocks for my new area, and I'm hoping to sort of use the spare posters of the other sets so I can, you know, in a few more display spaces because they're really cool. And also, there's a really nice sort of like more traditional sort of temple-like sticker at the very bottom. I'm sure it refers to one of the Ninjago temples, but obviously I'm not a Ninjago fan or anything, so I wouldn't know. But that one looks really nice. As usual, there is a boat included in the set. It's a bit of a simple boat. It's obviously more like just transporting vegetables, but also I quite like that we're getting different boats. Yay! New design. I love it. I'm glad that that sort of like theme is continued. Obviously it's Ninjago City Markets, so I was kind of expecting a few more market stalls at the bottom floor. It doesn't feel like very bustly market-like, I have to say. I'm hopeful that when I actually build it I can see more market stalls, or it just feels a little bit more bustly. It could just be the promotional images, and also because this sits next to Ninjago City Gardens, Gardens actually has a sort of like food stall market-y thing at the bottom, so I think if you put it all together it will feel more like a market, especially if you add more figures. Overall, the modularity actually surprised me quite a lot. There's two shops that have like removable interiors, but like on a slide system it looks like, which is kind of different to just looking in from above, which is what you're used to with modularity, and I quite like it. It's a really cool idea. What I do think though is that it doesn't look as modular as I would expect. Like the other sets were really, really modular. Everything can come apart. I guess they had to do that in order to like attach to cable cart. I don't know how I'm going to feel about that when I build it. I don't know if I'm going to miss that sort of like removability. We'll have to just see. Obviously everything else is lifted off, like, you know, the arcade, the top floor with the sushi restaurant. Next up, I think this image shows how ingenious the building techniques are. I really love the window on an angle there. It's definitely not something that I've built before, and I feel like my love for these sets is generally because they've used and showed me so many new building techniques, and it looks like this set is going to do just that, and I'm here for it. I'm so excited. The interior of like the arcade is probably my favorite. I really love the trans like purple. It's a really nice color, and also the pool table looks like a really good design. Obviously we've seen a billiards table in like the detective's office ages ago, but again, it's always nice to see builds like this. I always recommend people that if you don't buy the big sets, have a look through the instructions for nice builds, and I think this pool table is going to be a really good like, oh, if you want a pool table, get the design for the Ninjago set because it's really good, and you can just build that with your own bricks and you don't need to get the whole set. Not everybody can get a set like this. It's super expensive and huge. I also like that it included a wheelchair lift. It's something that I've seen most in the Friends line that has felt like they've had a lot of sort of wheelchair accessible things. Yes, there's been a few in the City line, but I feel like Friends has really been championing this, but it's nice to see that it's kind of coming to other themes as well, so it's not just like reserved for a few themes. It makes the station feel a little bit more realistic as well, because like most stations have stuff like this, so it's nice that this station does as well. As usual, this set comes with a ton of minifigures. There's 21 in total, which is kind of what you expect from Ninjago sets right now. If I'm really, really honest, I do think it's my least favourite selection to all the sets so far, but it's partially also because I don't have a personal tie to Ninjago. I don't know who all of these characters are, so I'm just here for like cool new hair, cool new torsos, you know, stuff like that. And this set, I don't know, for some reason doesn't speak to me as much as other sets. There are still a really cool amount of stuff, so I'm not sure if I like the new Ninjago sort of helmet things. They feel very odd. It just looks a bit weird to me, but that's just my opinion. As I said, because I'm not a Ninjago fan and I don't really know much about Ninjago, I've seen like 20 episodes at this point, I really do like the girl with the pink buns. She looks awesome, and I really love the purple hair lady. I think she's a hairdresser in the set, or at least there's a picture of her with scissors, so I'm assuming that. She looks awesome. And then also I really like this sort of ginger, like Karen hairstyle lady. Her torso is super cool. And then the traditional like sand green man with the boat, he is very, very cool as well. The rest are like alright to me, but not as exciting, just because they seem pretty standard figures, but they do the job, and I'm no doubt going to be adding lots of custom figures myself, because that's just what I do, especially if it's a bustling market. It needs more figures. Always more figures. Actually, the goal is to build this in my new Lego room, the first set that I'll build there. I can't wait. It's going to be so exciting to take you into that new room and just have an awesome time like building this set, because, you know, if you've been following me for a long time, this is like one of my favourite sets. Strangely, Rivendell has probably just overtaken the Ninjago sets, but they're still a firm number 2 because they're just awesome. I can't wait to experience this with you all. I'm I was going to get it on like day 1 because I'm so here for it, but now it's been announced that it's going to be a double VIP event from the 9th of June, and I'm a little bit like, oh, that's literally only like just about over a week later, and double VIP points would make this even better, so I think I may wait until the 9th. Alright, those are all my thoughts on the Ninjago City Market set. I hope that makes sense. I'm sure I have many other opinions, but we'll just talk about them when I'm building this live, let's be honest. If you aren't able to get this day 1, I hope that you'll be able to get it when you have the money ready, because this is an expensive set, but I reckon this is really going to be worth it. I hope you enjoyed listening to my rambly thoughts, and I will see you when I purchase this. Ooh. Actually, I'm also making a really quick video after this one talking about all of the June 1st releases, because there's so many and I have some thoughts. So, may see you in that video, guys. Catch you later. Bye! Hello! Oh my god, I need coffee. I feel like so hyped. It's probably because I've got coffee in the afternoon. I'm like,